Okay guys, figured I'd do a quick update again. All I did was I tubed out the other rail, and let me get my flashlight here. I tubed out the other rail, I put in some used TR6 spark plugs, I got my 3-bar map, and I just threw my micro squirt harness in the car quick. I got Parker Hydraulics to make me a nice 4AN stainless feed line. I didn't have very good hose for a drain, so I used heater hose. It's what I had laying around. So that's what's on there for now. And then what I did is I got a fuel cell for my buddy. I tried to weld my tank and failed miserably. Everyone suggested that I weld a dog dish to it. And that would have worked great if I was a decent welder at all. And I couldn't get it to weld right. I ended up putting a bunch of holes in it and shit, so I omitted that for now. Get rid of that guy. My buddy had this fuel cell laying around, so I tossed it in. It has a fucking dash 12 feed, but luckily I had from the Sunbird, I think, a dash 12 fitting with a 90 on it and a 3/4 hose. And then this is all adapted funny because that's all I had laying around. And then the O-rings must have cracked on this fuel cell, so then I always wanted to try some of this gas tank putty over here, so I tried it and it's a beast. And then there's the Holly pump, so it's 3/4 hose in, and then since I had it laying around, it's dash 6, so it goes from 10 O-ring to dash 6 3/8 hose all the way up front, and then it's hose clamped on to the stock truck fittings. There's steel on the back, so you can clamp to that, and I have that on there now. And then I just have a throttle body with the IAC plugged and the nicely tab already bent. So let's go in here and I'll show you. I don't have the fuel pump wired in perfectly, so what I do is, you gotta hold on a second, I gotta do. Hear that? I pinch her in there quick, and then we key on. Always takes a little bit to connect. You can see I had it running 108 degrees, 0 PSI. We get that fuel pump wire out of there. We're set. I'll turn this guy down to 2 amp. We're almost a little dead. It's also fucking 20 degrees. But that's the update for now. Just got to figure out what I want to do with the pump since it has 2 stages. A lot of people seem to just wire both stages on at the same time. I'm not a big fan of 2 or 3 pumps turning on and off and shit, so I'll probably just wire both pumps and hook up a 40 amp fuse and relay. They say you can do that, it's not a problem. And then clean up some of this wiring, hook up some relays for the fuel pumps. All I gotta do actually is measure for a drive shaft. What I did underneath is I just hooped the transmission cooler lines for now. I didn't get a cooler yet. And then I gotta get some stuff to build the downpipe. I would like to get some Parker push lock hose for the drain. Heater hose seems to hold up for some people, but I guess we can see how long it lasts. If it starts to look shitty, I will get some Parker and some heat wrap and whatnot and just lay it on there. Usually the Chinese stainless, maybe I'll cover in and I'll get some Chinese stainless. That's what I did on the Fairmont 3 with the turbo and the grill with the pipes underneath like that. I just laid it on the pipes. It was always fine, the stainless. So other than that, I was very happy the car fired like this. The first time I went to fire it, I just reached in there and hit it and boom, it fired. So that's all nice, obviously. Everything is working up here. And other than that, just get the radiator and some hoses in and start getting the downpipe pieces, drive shaft in. And then the big thing is all the brake lines are screwed. So what's nice now is at least I have a gas tank, somewhat, a fuel cell and fuel pump and everything else is running. and the motor is running in the car. So what more could you ask for? That's it for today.